And welcome back for another episode of Adams for the Love of Movie Picks. This time around, we're going to be talking about the 1999 film Galaxy Quest. Now, this movie stars quite a few well-known actors. You got Tim Allen as Jason Nesmith, Sigourney Weaver as Gwen DeMarco, Alan Rickman as Alexander Dane, Tony Shalhoub as Fred Kwan, Sam Rockwell as Guy Fleegman, Enrico Colantoni as Mathazar, Patrick Breen as Quellic, Missy Pyle as Lalari, Jed Reeds as Teb, Justin Long as Brandon, Rainn Wilson as Lank. And I think that's pretty much the extent of the well-known actors in this one. First of all, it's hard to believe that this movie is from 1999. Doesn't feel that old, to be honest with you. I hadn't seen it in quite a few years, and it was on TV the one night, and I thought, man, I forgot how good this movie was. So I picked myself up a copy, and I rewatched it. And, I gotta tell you, folks, it's definitely good. Now, the cover says 4-star funny. I'll be honest with you. It's funny, but I wouldn't quite call it 4-star funny. But it's definitely got some hilarious moments to it. And interesting storyline, quite original. You can almost say it's like a Star Trek spoof, but it's got its own storyline, right? So, the basis of Galaxy Quest is the name comes from a fictional TV show inside the movie that all these characters or all these actors play characters in. They basically actors playing characters in a TV show, if you want to go that far. Back in the early 80s. Fast forward to the present, then these aliens known as, I think it was Thermines, have received the transmissions of the TV show and view it as a historical document. They don't realize that it's a TV show. They don't understand that. And so they basically bring in the actors to help them against their nemesis, Salazar. Or Salus, sorry. So, it's just a hilarious sequence of events that are happening throughout the movie. There's some pretty hilarious parts, like when they're on the planet trying to get a new beryllium core. They run into the little minor creatures that, set the rock monster on them. It's got some action to it as well. It's not all just humor. It's definitely an original idea for a concept for a movie, having, a fictional TV show be the basis for a culture's reality, and then using that, and trying to get them to help them. And of course, as the film goes along, they have to reveal the truth, right? That they aren't who they seem, because they're not experts in what they're actually doing in the show, per se, like as applied to real life. But what's even more interesting is as the movie goes along, they're actually forced to, kind of become the characters that they play in order to save their own lives as well as the lives of the Thermites. And then they get some help from Justin Long's character, Brandon, and his friends, who are experts of the show, who help them, do what they need to do to save the ship and Mathazar's people and the Thermites against Salus and all his henchmen. So, yeah, pretty good movie. It's definitely an interesting watch. Like I said, it's hard to believe this movie is 25 years old. That blows my mind. That this movie does not feel that old. It feels like it's something that could be just made, in today's world for sure. So I highly recommend Galaxy Quest if you've never seen it. Like I said, it's definitely got some funny bits. It's definitely worth watching, and it's a very unique, original concept for a movie. All right, so there you go, folks. That's all for this week, and we'll catch you next week for another episode. Take care.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.